Kirk Bailey. I'm the owner of Homefolio Media, and the question today is, why Homefolio? Well, for many top producing real estate agents, they've always segmented their marketing strategy in terms of thinking about having an email strategy, having a social media strategy, having a direct mail strategy, when really the bigger picture is, what is your communication strategy? And at the end of the day, is your message reaching the people that actually need to hear it in your community? And oftentimes there's no real way to know. So we've taken a look at the basic components of essentially who do you want to communicate with in your community and why, and how do we do that? So for every realtor, there's essentially two types of prospects. There's the potential home buyer and the potential home seller. So the potential home buyers are going online, and there are literally thousands of websites where people can go and search for inventory online. The harder prospects to reach are those people in your community that actually own the homes that you want to list, so the selling prospects. And there's no clear way to really tell how many of those homeowners, those local homeowners, are actually visiting your website on a regular basis. Studies show that they're really not visiting any real estate websites on a regular basis because they don't even have a perceived need for a realtor or knowledge that they're going to be needing to do a real estate transaction in the near future. In other words, they don't know that they're going to get transferred next month or whatever that life-changing event is that inspires people to want to sell their home and start looking for realtors. So the foundation of our strategy is targeting the potential home seller in the community. And these are the people that are not going online. And if they're not visiting your website, then it's really important for you to visit them in their mailbox. Otherwise, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And the first step in terms of introducing yourself or your business or your listings, your service, or what you've done for other clients is reaching those people in their own home. So the foundation of our strategy is the direct mail publication, Homefolio Magazine. And what we've done is we've essentially taken proven direct mail strategies that top producing agents have been using successfully for years on their own, where they're farming a geographic area or they're using direct mail to keep their name and face in front of their sphere of influence and past clients, except we're doing it on much larger scales. So our typical client runs a referral-based business and is a luxury top producing listing agent. And so we start by pulling a list of essentially every single family residence in our target cities and mailing on a consistent and frequent basis to those homes in an effort to get in front of those homeowners and potential future home sellers. And for most of our clients, really, they're not even looking at us like traditional print media. They're actually looking at us as an alternative for them doing or running a direct mail program on their own. Because when we pull 100% of the SFRs, or the single family residences in a city, we're hitting everyone in their local sphere. Plus we're hitting everyone else in town that they know that isn't necessarily in their database. So in that sense, we act as like a marketing umbrella policy. So we're able to target 100% of the potential home sellers in the marketplace for our clients. And unlike websites where they might measure success in anonymous, unique visitors, well, there's nothing anonymous and there's nothing unique about the people that we want to touch. We know who they are. They're the people that own the homes in our community, and we want to touch them again and again and again and again, because it's that consistent and frequent touch over time that really builds up the benefit for our clients. So it really is like very similar to the strategy that top producing clients have been using on their own in terms of farming a specific geographic area and keeping in touch with their own current sphere of past clients. And so the first step is getting them in front of those people that aren't visiting them on the web. The second step is there a way to identify the local buyers in the community? And typically in one of our markets, somewhere between 50 and 60% of the buyers for those markets already live in those markets. In other words, they own a home and they want to stay there. They may be upgrading or downsizing or moving from one side of town to another, but they want to stay within the community or within the school district or within a certain proximity of their place of employment. So there is a way that we can identify those, and we do have a unique online research method that we use that can identify the people within a community that are most likely to be making a local purchase decision in the near future. We can identify those people and we can mail them a copy of the publication, and that's what we do every single month. So currently we have 3 territories that we're covering with the direct mail publication. Our first one that we launched was in 2008, and that covers the San Ramon Valley, Danville, Blackhawk area. And our second market covers Walnut Creek, Lafayette, Orinda, Moraga. Our third and newest market is the Peninsula and Silicon Valley. That market is the #1 real estate market in the country. So it comprises essentially Menlo Park, Atherton, Woodside, Palo Alto, Los Altos Hills, Portola Valley, and then we're also including about 3,000 of the top homes in the Mountain View area. So we've got a total of about 40 in that market, 49,000 single-family residences. Essentially 100% of the potential sellers in that marketplace. Now when we pull that list and we're mailing to that list on a consistent and frequent basis, what we're getting, because we don't have to segment our list by income demographic or any other of those other demographic factors, but what we're doing is we're getting 100% of the internet company CEOs that live in that market. We're getting 100% of the CFOs and the COOs and the venture capitalists and the real estate tycoons, etc. So when we're mailing to 100%, we don't need to look at ways to target our message because we're just hitting everyone. And there's power in numbers. So when we're mailing to 49,000 households, there's a lot of power to that, and especially over time as we hit them consistently and frequently over the coming years. And so our clients will look at that and look at that service of what we do, and really they don't even compare us to most print media, because frankly most of our clients aren't using traditional forms of print media, but what they have been doing is their own direct mail program on their own. So we're either acting as a complementary service to what they're already doing with their own direct mail program, or we are their direct mail program, because essentially we're hitting tens of thousands of mailboxes for less than what it would typically cost them to send 1,000 postcards.